अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलावदेहं धनुजवनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामाग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामदेशां रघुपतिप्रियभक्तां वातजातं नमामि। भगवते श्री हम हनुमते नमः। ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् ध्यानार्थे पुष्पाणि अक्षतानि समर्पयामि। आवाहनं समर्पयामि। ओम हम हनुमते नमः। आसनं समर्पयामि। ओम हम हनुमते नमो नमः। स्नानम् ओम पादर्पाध्यं समर्पयामि। हस्तवर्घ्यं समर्पयामि। मुखे आचमनीयं जलं समर्पयामि। सर्वांगस्नानं जलं समर्पयामि। भगवते श्री हम हनुमते नमो नमः। अंजनीपुत्राय नमः। मिलितोपचार पंचामृतेन स्नानम्। ओम पंचनद्यः सरस्वतीमपि यन्ति सस्रोतसा सरस्वती तु पंचदा सोदेशे भवस्सरित पंचामृतमया नीतं पयोदधिघृतं मधु शर्करा च समायुक्तं स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। शुद्धोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम शुद्धबाल सर्वशुद्धबालमणिबालस्तस्विना शेताः शेताक्षरुणस्ते रुद्राय वसुपतये कर्णाज्यामवलिप्ता रौद्रनमोरूपाः पार्जन्याः गङ्गे चमने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिन्धु हरिः ओम। ओम सहस्रशीरिखा पुरुषः सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपात सभौमिगों सर्वतः स्मृत्वा तिष्ठदशाङ्गुलां पुरुष एवेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भाव्यं माउतामृततस्यैषानो पादोस्वित्राभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादुर्दौ दैत्पुरुषः पादोस्ते हाववत् पुनः ततो विश्वं विक्रमशासनानसने अवि ततो विराड जायते विराजोदिपुरुषः स जातो तिरितपस्साधो मिमथो पुरः तस्माद्धिना सर्वौतः संवृतं बृहराज्यं पशुंस्ताः सक्रे वायभ्य नारण्यग्राम्यस्तजे तस्माद्धिना सर्वौतः संवृतं बृहराज्यं पशुंस्ताः सक्रे वायभ्य नारण्यग्राम्यस्तजे तस्माद्धिना सर्वौतरिचः सामानि जज्ञिरे छन्दा गुंसि जज्ञिरे तस्माद्जायत तस्मादस्वाजायन्त जे केचो भयादतः गावो हजज्ञिरे तस्माजाता जावयः तं यज्ञं वरे प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रत तेन देवाय जन्त साध्यारिखयस्तजे यत्पुरुषं व्यददुः गतिदाभ्यकल्पयन्न मुखाङ्किमस्य किं बाहु किमुरुपाद उच्यते ब्राह्मणोस्य मुखमासीद्बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ऊरु तदस्य जद्वैश्यः पद्यागुं शूद्रो जायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातक्षिचोः सूर्यजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणस्य मुखादग्निरजायत नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुंशिष्टोर्द्यौः संवर्तत पद्भ्याम्भो मृदि सहस्रोत्रां तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन्न यत्पुरुषेण विखादेवा यज्ञमतन्वतव सन्तोषासिराजं सप्तसमिदः कृताः देवा यदग्नं तन्वाना वदन् पुरुषं पशुम्मा जज्ञेन जज्ञमयजन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यसन्न तेह नाकं महिमानः सचन्त यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः अद्यः संवृतः पृथिव्यैरसाच विश्वकर्मणः समवर्तताग्रे तस्यतस्ताभिदद्रूपमेति तन्मर्तस्य देवतमजानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तमादित्यवर्णन्तमठात् परस्तादतमेव विदित्वादिमृतुमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते अनाय प्रजापतिस्सरति गर्भे अन्तर्जायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य योनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीरास्तस्मिन् हतस्तुर्भुवनानि विश्वा जो देवेभ्यात्पति जो देवानां पुरोहितपूर्वो जो देवेभ्यो जातो नमो रुचाय ब्राह्मणे रुचं ब्रह्मन् जनन्ति देवाग्रे तदब्रुवन्यजस्तयं ब्राह्मणो विज्ञातस्य देवासन्नवसे श्रीश्चदे लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या बहुरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमस्विनो व्यात्तम् कृष्णान्यखाणा मुम्मयखाणा सर्वलोकमयखाणा ओम हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयलक्ष्मीं जातवेदोमाव कामावजातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यविन्देयं गामस्सम्पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वां रथमद्यम् अस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीं पुवे श्रीमादेवीस्तां कांसस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारमाब्दं जलन्तीं तृप्तां दर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां वन्द्रणां दाम्योपवै श्रियं चन्द्रां प्रभासां ससा जलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवीष्टामुदारं तां पद्मिनीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये लक्ष्मीर्मिन सन्तां त्वं नृडे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोदि जातो वनस्पतिस्तवृक्षदविल्लव तस्फलानि तपसानुदन्तो मायन्तराय बाह्यलक्ष्मी उपैतु मां देवसखकृतिस्वमणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिमृत्यं ददातु मे क्षुप्तिपाशमलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मिना सनाम्यहम् अभूति समृद्धिं च सर्वां निर्गुणमे गृहात् गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्यपुष्टां करीषिणीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामियोपवये श्रियां मनसा कामाकुतिं वात्सत्यमसेमहे पशूनां रूपमन्यसमये श्रीश्रयतां यसा कर्दमेन प्रजाभूतामयि सम्भवकर्दम श्रियं वासमे कुले मातरं वदमानिले आपसृजन् आर्दाय करणीयष्टिं सुवर्णां मालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मय लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो माव तामावह जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावदस्व सन्विन्देयं पुरुषानहं यशुचिप्रयतो भूत्वा योदायमन्वहं श्रियं पञ्चदशर्चं च श्रीकामं सततं जपे पद्मानने पद्मौरु पद्माक्षि पद्मसम्भवे तन्मे सदिगवीरधां प्रजानां माता धनमग्निर्धनं वायो धन सूर्यो धनं वसो धनमिन्द्रो बृहस्पतिर्वरुण धनमस्मिनो वैनतेयसमं पिब समं पिबन्तु वृत्रः सोमं धनस्य सोमिनो मह्यं ददातु सोमिनो न क्रोधो न तमाश्चर्यो न लोभो नाशुभामति भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां श्रीसुक्तं जपे सरसिजनिलये सरोजहस्ते धवलतरां सुखगन्धर्वमाल्यशोभे भगवती हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनभूतिकरि प्रसिद्धमह्यं विष्णुपत्नीं क्षमां देवीं माधवं प्रियां विष्णुप्रियसखी देवी नमाजदवल्लभां महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। त्वत्पादपद्मैः सन्निधस्तम् आनन्दकर्तमश्रीरचिक्लिदय विश्रुता ऋषय श्रीपुत्रा श्रीदेवी देवता श्रिया शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः ऋणरोगादिदारिद्र्यपापच्युतं मृत्तवा भयशोकमनस्तापा नश्यन्तो मम सर्वदा। आसनं समर्पयामि भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमो नमः। पुष्पासनं समर्पयामि। सुगन्धिं तैलं त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं प्रतिवेदनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् दितो मुक्षीयमामुतः। वस्त्र न्यू वन नो ओम जुवासुवासा परिविता श्रेयान् भवति जायमानतन्धिरासकवयोन्नन्ति स्वाध्यो मनसा देवयन्त वस्त्रम् उपवस्त्रं समर्पयामि सुजात ज्योतिका सहसर्मवरुथसाम सदत स्वभासोऽग्निविश्वरूपगुं सम्यसो उपवस्त्राणि समर्पयामि। यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवीतं प्रजापतिर्य सहजं पुरस्तात् आयुष्यमग्रं प्रतिमुञ्च शुभ्रं यज्ञोपवीतं बलमस्तु तेज। भगवते श्री हम हनुमतये नमः। ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय ओम फट स्वाहा। ओम हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ओम त्वां गन्धर्वाखनस्तामिन्द्रस्ता बृहस्पतिः त्वामोखदेशो मुरागुरुध्वानस्मादमुच्यत श्रीखण्डं चन्दनं दिव्यं गन्धाढ्यं सुमनोहरां विलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठां चन्दनं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ओम गन्धद्वारां दुर्दासां नित्पुष्टां गरीषिणीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामियोपवये श्रियां भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमः। ओम हम हनुमतये नमः। श्रीखण्डं चन्दनं दिव्यं गन्धाढ्यं सुमनोहरं विलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठां चन्दनं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। अक्षण्यमिव दञ्जयव प्रियादुःखदस्तोखदस्वाभानपवित्राणिष्टयामतिजोजान्विन्द्रते हरिअक्षतान् समर्पयामि। पुष्पं पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि माल्यादीनि सुगन्धिनीं मालत्यादीनि वै प्रभो मयारितानि पुष्पाणि पूजार्थं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। पुष्पमालां परिधापयामि बिल्मपत्रं समर्पयामि। नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमो वर्मिणे च वर्धिने च नमः श्रुताय श्रुतसेनाय च नमो तुण्डुभ्याय च नन्याय च त्रिदलं त्रिगुणाकारं त्रिनेत्रं जलधायुधं त्रिजन्मपापसंहारम् एकबिल्मं समार्पणम्। भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमः। काण्डात् काण्डात् प्ररोहन्ति बरुखा बरुखस्परिये बाणो दुर्भे प्रतनो सहस्रेण शतेन च भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमः। नानापरिमलद्रव्याणि समर्पयामि यत्पुरुषेण मिथादेवा जन्मतन्वतपसन्तो शासिराज्यं ग्रीक्ष्मविद्मः शरद्वभिः भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमः। ॐ हं हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हं हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हं हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ॐ धूरस्य धुर्वधुर्वञ्जं धुर्वतं ज्योत्स्नान् धुर्वतितं धुर्वजं वयं धुर्वामः देवानामस्य वह्नितमगुं सुष्णुतमां प्रथमंस्ततमं देवहूतमं वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्धाढ्यो गन्धोत्तमाग्रेय सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। ॐ चन्द्रमा मनुषो जातः चक्षोः सूर्यजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत भगवते श्री हम हनुमतये नमो नमः। नैवेद्यं ॐ नाभ्यासिदन्तरिक्षगुं श्रेष्ठोर्द्यौः संवर्तता पद्भ्यां भूमृदिशा श्रोत्रान् तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् जाहा फलिनिर्जा फला पुष्पाजाश्च पुष्पिणी बृहस्पति प्रसुतास्तानुमञ्चन्तगुंहसा भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमः। ॐ हं हनुमतये नमः। ॐ हं हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हं हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि आचमनीं जलं समर्पयामि प्राणाय स्वाहा अपानाय स्वाहा व्यानाय स्वाहा उदानाय स्वाहा समनाय स्वाहा मध्यमध्यपानीम् आचमनीं जलं समर्पयामि। द्रवदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसज्जातः पतिरेकाशीरसदाधारप्रतिविद्यां ते मां कस्मै देवाय विधेमः द्रवदक्षिणां समर्पयामि। भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमः। कर्पूरनीराजन आरातिक्यं समर्पयामि। ॐ इदगुं अभिः प्रजननं मे स्तुतसवीरगुं सर्वगणगुं स्वस्तयात्मसन्नि प्रजासनि पशुसन्नि लोकसन्नि भयसन्नि अग्निः प्रजां बहुलां मे करोत्तन्नं पयोरेतोऽस्मासु दत्त कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भगवते श्रीहं हनुमतये नमो नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनारार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि नमः। नमस्करोमि। ॐ अतुलितबलधामां हेमशैलावदेहं धनुजवनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामाग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ यज्ञेन यज्ञमय जन्त देवास्तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन्यते हनाकं महिमानः सचन्द यत्र पूर्वे साद्याः सन्ति देवाः। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात्। ॐ कात्यायन्यै च विद्महे कन्याकुमारै च धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गा प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अञ्जनीनन्दनाय विद्महे वायुपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नो हनुमत् प्रचोदयात्। सेवन्तिकावकुलचम्पकपाटलब्जै पुण्णागजातिकरवीररसालपुष्पै बिल्वा प्रवालतुलसीदलमञ्जरे विस्तं पूजयामि जगदीश्वर मे प्रसिद्ध। नानासुगन्धपुष्पाणि यथा कालोद्भवानि च पुष्पाञ्जलिर्मया दत्त गृहाणां परमेश्वर। भगवते श्री हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हम हनुमते रुद्रात्मकाय फट् स्वाहा। अनेन पूजनेन श्री हनुमत देवता प्रियंतां नमः। बोलिए हनुमान जी महाराज की जय। आकाशात् पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति सागरः सर्वदेव नमस्कारं केशवं प्रतिगच्छति। बोलिए हनुमान जी महाराज की जय। प्रसाद पर अन्नपूर्ण
बोले पुण्यमात की जय। भवानी शंकरो वंदे श्रद्धा विश्वास रूपिणम् यभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वंदे बोधमयं नित्यं गुरु शंकर रूपिणम् यमाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चंद्र सर्वत्र बंधते। अन्नपूर्ण देवी ओम नित्यानंद करी वराभय करी सौंदर्य रत्ना करी निर्घूता किल घोर पावन करी प्रत्यक्ष माहेश्वरी प्रालेयाचल वंश पावन करी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी माता अन्नपूर्णेश्वरी। नाना रत्न विचित्र भूषण करी हेमांबरादंबरी मुक्ताहार विलंबमान विलसद दक्षोजकं कुंभरी। काश्मीरा गुरवासिता रुचिकरी काशीपुरीधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी। योगानंद करी रिपुक्षय करी धर्मार्थधनिष्करी चंद्रार्का नम भास संबल हरि त्रैलोक्य रक्षा करी। सर्वेश्वर समस्त वांछित करी काशीपुरीधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपालवंभन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी। कैलासाचल कुंदवाल करी गौरी उमा शंकरी कौमारी निगमार्थ गोचर करी ओंकार बीजाक्षरी। मोक्षद्वार कपात पात न करी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी दृश्यादृश्य प्रभूत पावन करी ब्रह्मांड भांडोदरी लीलानाथ कसूत्र भेदन करी विज्ञान दीपांकरी श्री विश्वेश मन प्रसादन करी काशीपुरीधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी उर्वी सर्वजनेश्वरी भगवती मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी वेणी नील समान कुलंग कलहई नित्यानंदादेश्वरी सर्वानंद करी दशा शुभ करी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपालवंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी आदिक्षांत समस्त वर्ण करी शंभो श्री भावा करी काश्मीरी त्रिजनेश्वरी त्रिलहरी नित्यांकुरा शर्वरी कामा कांगननाश्वरी जनोदय करी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी दुर्वी स्वर्ण विचित्र रत्न खचिता दक्षे करे संस्थिता वामे स्वादुपयोधरी सहचरी सौभाग्य माहेश्वरी भक्ताभीष्ट करी दृशा शुभ करी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी चंद्रार्कानलकोटि कोटि सदृशा चंद्राशुभा बिंबाधरी चंद्रार्काग्र ससम कुंडलहरी चंद्रार्कर्णेश्वरी माला पुस्तक पाश शंकर शशिधरी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपावलंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी शत्रुत्राय करी महाभय करी माता कृपा सागरी साक्षान्मोक्षरी सदाशिव करी विश्वेश्वरमरीश्वरी दक्षाक्रंद करी निरामय करी काशीपुराधीश्वरी भिक्षां देहि कृपालवंबन करी मातान्नपूर्णेश्वरी अन्नपूर्णे सदा पूर्णे शंकर प्राण वल्लभे ज्ञान वैराग्य सिद्ध्यार्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती माता मे पार्वती देवी पिता देवो महेश्वरा बांधवा शिव भक्तस्य स्वदेशो भुवनत्रयम् अस्य श्री अन्नपूर्ण स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम श्री शंकराचार्य विभवः श्री अन्नपूर्ण दिव्ये नमः पार्वती दिव्ये नमः अस्य श्री अन्नप्रश्न संस्कार कर्मणे अस्य श्री भुवानी नामधेयस्य पिता नामधेयस्य दिव्यनन्नामधेयस्य माता नामधेयस्य सिंधी नामधेयस्य अन्न प्रश्न संस्कार कर्मणे अस्य श्री संकल्पमस्तु. Right, raise her up now. She's ready to eat.
Shri Rama Rama Ram, Shri Rama Rama Ram, Shri Rama Rama Ram, Shri Rama Rama Ram. Prema mudita man se kaho Rama Rama Ram, Rama Rama Ram, Shri Rama Rama Ram. Prema mudita man se kaho Rama श्रीराम राम राम श्रीराम राम राम प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्रीराम राम राम परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम नीरधार को आधार एक राम नाम नीरधार को आधार एक राम नाम श्री राम 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 श्री राम 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 श्री राम 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 श्री राम 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 प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्री राम 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 परम गुप्त परम इष्ट मंत्र राम नाम परम गुप्त परम इष्ट मंत्र राम नाम संत हृदय सदा वसत एक राम नाम संत हृदय सदा वसत एक राम नाम प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्री राम 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 प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 श्री 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 राम राम राम
श्री पवनसुत हनुमान की जय। सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। नमश्चंदिकाय श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगदिताय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञ विभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। तस्मै नमः परमकारणकारणाय दीप्तो ज्वलज्वलत पिंगललोचनाय नागेन्द्रहार कृतकुण्डलभूषणाय ब्रविन्दराजवरदाय नमः शिवाय। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम, श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम, श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम, श्रीराम राम शरणं भाव राम राम। श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणों मनसा स्मरामि, श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणों वचसा गृह्णामि, श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणों शिरसा नमामि, श्रीरामचन्द्र चरणों शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज, निज मन मुकुर सुधार, बरनो रघुबर विमल जसु, जो दायक फलचारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हारहु क्लेश विकार। राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी। राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी। ओ राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी।
राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी।
जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर,
जय कपीश तिहुँ लोक उजागर।
रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा,
अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा।
महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी,
कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी।
कंचन वरद विराज सुवेशा,
कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा।
हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे,
कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे।
शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन,
तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन।
विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर,
राम काज करिबे को आतुर।
प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया।
राम लखन सीता मन बसिया।
सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा,
विकट रूप धरि रंग जरावा।
भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे,
रामचंद्र की काज सवारे।
लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए,
श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए।
रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई,
तुम मम प्रिय भरत संभाए।
सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे,
अस कहि श्रीपति नंदन गावे।
सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा,
नारद सारद सहित अहिसा।
यम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा,
राम मिलाए राजपद दीना।
तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना,
लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना।
युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु,
लीलोताई मधुर मन जानु।
प्रभु मुद्रिका मेहि मुख माहि,
जल दिनांगिने यशज नाई।
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे,
होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे।
सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा,
तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना।
आपन तेज समारो आपे,
तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे।
नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा,
जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा।
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे। राजा,
तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा,
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे,
तासु विद जीवन फल पावे।
चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है,
फल सिद्धि जगत उजियारा,
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे,
असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे।
अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा।
तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे,
अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाहि, जहाँ जन्म हरि
भक्त कहाई।
और देवता चिंतन रही, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करही, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा।
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीर,
ओ बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई,
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, सुनहि बंदी महासुख होई।
जो यहाँ पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव, की जय नाथ हृदय
महादेव,
ओ की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज, निज मन मुकुर सुधार। We begin with the Hanumanji Chalisa and this first session of our Sundar Kaand. Sundar Kaand is read for the beautification of someone's lives. Our community is blessed, our community is beautified, people's lives and minds are tuned and are aligned when they listen to Sundar Kaand. And we start with Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukura Sudhar. Tulsi Das ji, in writing, he was always very biased to his Guru. And one's love for the Guru is actually not biasness, it is the way of the Hindu life. Guru Bhakti, Guru Seva in all the sampradayas, whether they're Shaiva tradition or Vaishnava traditions, in all the sampradayas, the Guru Bhakti is supreme. Devotion to the Guru is first and foremost. Two of Tulsidas Ji's major writings, lots of writings he had, but two of his major writings are known to most people. One is Ramcharitmanas, and one is called the Hanumanji Chalisa. And in both of his writings in Hanumanji Chalisa, the first thing he did, Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja Nij Man Mukura Sudhar. He bows down to the lotus feet of the Guru and said that the dust of the lotus feet of the Guru, the dust of the lotus feet of the Guru is capable of cleansing the mirror of the mind. Nij Man Mukura Sudhar. Just like you drive your car on a daily basis, you just wash it. You just come out of the car wash. You wipe it, or it's dried and blowed nicely, or you wipe it nicely. But the minute you hit the road, you're just driving. The minute you hit the road, the wind blows the breeze, and the dust comes and covers in some way your car, whether lightly or lots, depending on the weather. So sometime again you have to clean it. You have to wipe it, you clean it, and again and again. It does not mean when it is cleansed once that it is fully cleansed, no. Therefore, Tulsidas Ji says, the cleanser in a person's life is their Guru. Guru Bhakti is one's highest blessings, and Guru Drohi, which means hurting or compromising one's relationship with the Guru is also a greater sin. Guru Bhakti, Tulsidas ji puts the Guru Bhakti, the devotion of his Gurus, he bows to his Guru first. In the Ramcharitmanas now, he's going to write about Sri Ram, and the first chaupai he dedicates to his Guru. Bandau Guru Pad Padma Paraga, Suruchi Subas Sarasa Anuraga. Amiyamori me Chura Nacharu, Samana Sakal Bhavaruj Parivaru. He bows again to the lotus feet of his Guru, and likewise, he writes many chaupais in praises of the Guru's feet. This is the Guru Bhakti that Tulsidas ji has. And so, it is with devotion to the Guru's feet that we bow today. The Gurus of all Gurus is Sri Hanuman ji Maharaj. He is Param Guru, and today we bow to him, and we seek his blessings on all of us in this community, those of you who are listening online as well, as we begin our search for beauty. Our search for beauty. Sundar Kaand is Sundare Sundari Rama, Sundare Sundari Katha, Sundare Sundari Sita, Sundara Kimna Sundaram. Sundarkand is, Sundar means beautiful. The shortest chapter of the Ramcharitmanas, and of course, Tulsidas ji says it is the most beautiful of all. Sundar, the most beautiful. Sundare Sundari Rama, why is it beautiful? Because in this one chapter there is Sita, there is Ram. Sundare Sundari Rama, Sundare Sundari Katha, Sundare Sundari Sita. There's Ram, there is Sita, there is the story, there's Hanumanji. There is the meeting of Hanumanji and Mother Sita. The beauty that comes forth in one's life when they are blessed by their mother. Tulsidas ji said, it is in this beautiful Katha of Sundar Kaand. Therefore today may our Gurus, may Hanumanji Maharaj, and may all the deities, may they bless us. The Devata and the deities, may they bless us so that we can successfully chant and remember the greatness of Hanumanji Maharaj as he begin his journey to finding his mother, Mother Sita. Of course, we'd like to start with a simple bhajan today to Hanumanji, and I ask that he bless all of you. Begi haro Hanuman Mahaprabhu, jo kachu sankat hoye hamaro, kaun so sankat मोर गरीब को जो तुमसे नहीं जात है तारो। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। Everybody, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। तन में तुम्हारे शक्ति विराजे, मन भक्ति से वीणा, तन में तुम्हारी शक्ति विराजे, मन भक्ति से वीणा। जो जन तुम्हारे शरण में आए, जो जन तुम्हारे शरण में आए, दुख दर्द हरना, हनुमत दुख दर्द हरना। महावीर प्रभु हम दुखियन के, महावीर प्रभु हम दुखियन के, तुम हो गरीब निवाज हनुमत, तुम हो गरीब निवाज हनुमत। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो राम लखन गए तेहि तुम पर, सदा रहे हर्षाए। राम लखन गए तेहि तुम पर, सदा रहे हर्षाए। हृदय चीर से राम सिया का, हृदय राम सिया का दर्शन दिया कराए, हनुमत दर्शन दिया कराए। दो कर जोर अरज हनुमंता, दो कर जोर अरज हनुमंता, कहियो प्रभु से आज हनुमत, कहियो प्रभु से आज हनुमत। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो महाराज। अंगद कहि जाऊ मैं पारा, जिय संशय कछु फिरती बारा। जामवंत कहा तुम सब लायक, पथयहु गिमि सब ही करनायक। This is the end of Kishkinda Kaand of the Ramayana. When Sampati, the great vulture, saw Mother Sita from a great distance, 1,000 miles away, Sampati says, whoever can cross this ocean, whoever can cross this ocean, but there are requirements for them. They must be able to cross this ocean. They must have love for Sri Ram. They have to have love for Sri Ram, and whoever have the love for Sri Ram and can cross this ocean, then they will find Mother Sita. Everyone, of course, Jam kaha richesa sunahu Hanumana kachu pasadi raheu balavana. Everyone kept quiet. Some of them said they can go halfway and can't come back. Some of them say they can go but they cannot come back, and so on. Jamavant, the leader of the tribe, he says, Hanuman, why are you keeping quiet? Kachupasadi rahehu balavana, pavanatane bhavana panvasamana, buddhi vivek vigyana nidhana. Oh Hanumanji, you are so valorous, you are the son of the wind and you are as strong as your father. You are, of course, the storehouse of intelligence, and you are so wise. What undertaking in this world, my friend? Vishwa mein aisa kaun sa कठिन काम है जो हेतात तुमसे नहीं हो सकता. What undertaking in this world, my friend, is too difficult for you to accomplish? It is to serve Ram Ji, na? It is to serve Ram Ji that you have come here. It is to serve the Lord that you've come here. And when, of course, Hanuman Ji was reminded that it is to serve Ram that he's come here, he rose, he grew large in size, became very, very big, the size of a mountain. Kanak bhavan taj tej viraja manahu apar girin kar raja. With a body yellow as gold and resplendent as though he was another mountain. Roaring and roaring again. Can you imagine a monkey is roaring like a lion, Tulsidas Ji says. It is no more than a child's play to me that I can go and come back. Hanumanji now was ready to go. And now we hear about the introduction, Sundar Kaand. The first shloka is always in Sanskrit. Tulsidas Ji write. Shantam Shashwatam Prameyamanagham Nirvana Shanti Pradam Brahma Shambhu Phanendra Sevya Manisham Vedanta Vedyam Vibhum Ramakhyam Jagadishwaram Suragurum Maya Manushyam Harihi Vandeham Karunakaram Raghuvaram Bhopala Churamani Nanya Spriha Raghupate Hridayasmi Diye Satyam Vadami Cha Bhavan Akhilantaratma Bhaktim Prayaccha Raghupungava Nirbhara Me Kamadi Dosha Rahitam Kurumana Samcha Atulita Baladamam Swarna Shaila Badeham Dhanujavan Krishanum Gyaninam Ragaganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanarana Madhisham Raghuvati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami Jamavant Ke Vachana Suhaye Suni Hanumant Hridaye Atbhai Tab lagi mohi parekhe tum mahi Sahi dukh mul phal khai Jab lagi aavasi tahi dekhi hoi kaaju moh harsh viseshi As kahi nai saban kahu mata Chale harsh hi adhari raghunath Sindhu tir ek budhar sundar Kautik kuri chare utau बार बार रघुवीर सम्हारी तर के उपवन तनय बल भारी जेहि गिरि चरण कमल जेहि गिरि चरण दे हनुमंता चले सुगा पाताल तुरंता जिनिय मोघ रघुपति कर पाना एहि भाति चला हनुमान जल निधि रघुपति दूत विचारी कई मैनाक होई सम्हारी हनुमान तेहि पर सागर पुनि कीन्ह प्रणाम राम काजु कीन्हे बिना मोहि कहा विश्राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की Jai. This beautiful Sundar Kaand starts, and Shantam Shashvatam Prameya Namagam Nirvana Shanti Braham. Tulsidas ji bows and he adores the Lord in these Sanskrit verse. The first chaupai Jamavant ke vachan suhai suni Hanumant hriday ati bhai. I should read from the little book because I think most people are following that. Those people who have Sundar Kaand at home, you can follow that as well. And I'm sure you can tell me what I'm chanting and things like that. So what happened here now? Jamavant, Petri, Jamavant ke vachana suhai. When Hanumanji heard the words of Jamavant to go and serve Bhagwanji, Hanumanji felt so much delighted at heart. You know, how many of us hear about work and we feel glad? How many of us hear about Bhagwanji's work and we feel glad? Can you imagine, I say? I want everybody to come do seva, to clean the temple, to cut the grass, to come do some seva at the temple. How many people will feel happy about it? How many people raise up and roar about it and say, yay, we get a chance to serve? And how many of us will be busy suddenly on that day? Hanumanji, Jamavant ke vachana sahai suni Hanumant hriday ati bhai. He felt so blissful at heart. Jamavant ke sundar vachan Hanumanji ke hriday ko bahut ki bhai. Hanumanji ki bhole ki he bhai, tum log dukh sahakar Kandamul phal khakar tab tak meri raah dekhna. He says, I'm ready now to go and serve Ram Bhagwan. All of you eat some fruits and so on and stay quiet until I return. After seeing Mother Sita, I feel very cheerful, Hanumanji says. Jab lagi aavu Sita hi dekhi hoi kaaju moi harash visheshi. I feel very joyful that I have to go and serve Bhagwan. I feel very cheerful that I have to go serve Bhagwan. But serving Bhagwan, you must do it from the heart. You must do it deeper than the heart, from the Atma. Only and only then it will bring punya in our life. But if we are doing seva from externally, physically, then it will not be as beneficial as it should. And so Hanumanji now, Sindhu tira ek bhudar sundar kautik kood chare utau par bar bar raghubir samhari tar ke pavan tanay bali bhari. Sindhu tira ek bhudar sundar. There was a beautiful mountain nearby, and Hanumanji was, imagine he's a monkey, right? Banar, he's going up the mountain. And while he's climbing up the mountain, Tulsidas ji says, page 4 of his book in the middle, bar bar raghubir sambhari. As he's climbing up, as he's doing his work, he's chanting the name of Bhagwan Ram. Bara bara raghubir sambhari tarkyo pavan tanay balibhari. And as he was chanting the name of Bhagwan Sri Ram, as he was climbing, it made his work, easier. When we are chanting God's name, some people play bhajans in their home all day. Some people play chutney in their home all day. Some people cook chutney in their home all day. Whatever the case is, whenever we listen to bhajans and kirtan and Ramji Bhagwan's name, our workload becomes very easy. Jehi giri charan dey Hanumanta chaleu suga patal turanta. Jimmy Amogarat Gupati Karabana ehi bhati chaleu Hanumana. It is said here that Hanumanji took a leap from that mountain. And when he took a leap from that mountain, imagine the power of Hanumanji. Just like a plane has to take off, an airplane has to take off to go in the air, Hanumanji has to take a leap. And when he took a leap into the mountain, he pressed so hard on the mountain that the mountain sank. The mountain sank immediately. And it says the mountain went to Chaleo Suga Patal Turanta. Patal is the lowest level of Narak. It went so deep. One writer says that the mountain itself experienced what humans never experience. Maybe he had to go there. Anyways, what happened now? Jalanidhi Raghupati Duta Vichari Tab Maina Ko Hoi Shramahari. A mountain came in front of Hanumanji now. Hanuman tehi parsa kar pune keen pranam. So Hanumanji is going to go now. But Mainak, the mountain, came in front of Hanumanji. So you're just going to start the Lord's work now. And guess what happens? A mountain comes in front of you. Hanuman tehi parsa kar puniki na pranam. Hanumanji bowed, what do you want, my dear brother Mainak? The Mainak says, Hanumanji, I'm going to fly with you. That mountain had wings, he could fly. Hanumanji says, why would you want to go with me? That, you know the old saying, when you want to go a great distance, you go alone. Hanumanji says, I must go alone. This is Prabhu's work. But, why do you want to come with me? Mainak says, Hanumanji, your father, Pawandeo, at one time when the wings of the mountains were being chopped out, your father blew me, he hurried me into the rivers, and there I was able to save myself. That today I want to return the favor. I want to return the favor to you. Your father saved my life. I want to come with you. Hanumanji says, why do you want to come with me? Mainak says that, Hanumanji, you're flying. And while you're flying, you're going to get tired. And when you get tired, I will sit in the middle of the ocean and you will sit upon me. And in so doing, you'll rest. Hanumanji bows to the mountain. Hanuman tehi parsa kar puni kin pranam. Ram kaj kin hai bina mohi kaha vishram. The work of the Lord, Hanumanji says. But Tulsidaji says, I'm sure all of you can see, Hanuman tehi parsa kar puni kin pranam. He bows to a mountain. This is the greatness of the Hindus. This is the greatness of Hindus. Now all of you can read this book and say, yeah, Hanumanji bowed, he touched a mountain, he gone, whatever. You have to look deeper. This is the role of the Guru. We started out with Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. Swami Bharata Tirtha Swami, the Shankaracharya of Sringeri Mutt, who I praise and I worship. By the sight of him alone, your punyas are given to you. Such a great soul. He was asked, what is the role of the Guru in life? And he says, listen, the Guru is like the skies. No? There is this salted water in the ocean. The ocean has salt water. The only place that don't have salt water is the Blackwater Creek in Guyana. Anybody ever went to the creeks in Guyana? Maika Creek and Maikoni Creek? Suraj, you ever went to Maika Creek and Maikoni Creek? Oh, okay. Himanji, you went to Maikoni Creek? There you go. Sweet water, no salt, black water. That is the Yamuna of Guyana. Black water, the Yamuna of Guyana. And of course, the Ganga of Guyana is Berbice River. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Ezekibo, Berbice, Demerara. Right? The only place is sweet water is black water. But Swamiji says the Guru is like the clouds. The clouds, when the clouds are filled with the water, the vapor of the salted water, if you take the water, you'll drink salt water. Right? But you know how the rain process works. The winds take the vapors up and goes into the clouds. And the same salt water vapor goes into the clouds. The clouds extract the salt and gives you back pure water. He says that is the role of the Guru. The Guru takes out the salt of your life and gives sweetness back to the world. But if you go directly to the ocean, because everybody feel they can open a book and read or look at a video and dance. But if you go directly to that, you will get the salt water. You'll get the salt water. But when the Guru comes, the Guru extracts the salt and give you the sweetness of life. Right? Swami Bharati Tirtha Swami, he explains this so beautifully. This verse here has such a huge meaning. The power of the Hindu. Hanuman te parasakar punikina pranam. The Hindus bow to people. The Hindus bow down to the earth. The Hindus bow to the skies. The Hindus bow to the trees. The Hindus bow to the rocks. The Hindus bow to the water. The Hindus bow to the mountains. Because in the Hindu life, we show reverence for every form of life. And even the lifeless, we bow down to as well. Jat Anteshti Shrad Karma, when you perform the Anteshti Shrad Karma, we bow down to the lifeless as well. This is the greatness and the power of a Hindu, because we show reverence to everything that exists in this world, and the non-existent too. Hanumanji bows down to Mainak the mountain and he says, Ram kaj kinhe bina mohi kaha bishram. He says, when the work of the Lord has not started as yet, then how can I take rest? Sri Ram Chandra ji ka kaam kiye bina mujhe vishram kaha. People were saying, Panditji, 8 days of Navratri, Ram Navami finish. Let's take some rest and come back on a Hanumanji fresh. Are bhai, what rest? We will have a lot of time to rest. You know what they say in the West? When you die, you know what they say in the West when you die? You rest in peace. We have a lot of time to rest. We have a lot of time to sleep. This life is given to do the Lord's work. On a rainy Sunday evening like this, a lot of us could be drinking tea and watching TV. But there is no rest. This is our rest. When we sit in front of Hanumanji, this is our Vishram. Jat pavan sut devan deka jane kahu bal buddhi visesha. Surasa naam ahin ke mata pat yahi aayi kahi tehi bata. Aaju suran mohi deen ahara. सुनत वचन का पवन कुमारा. राम काजु करी फिरी में आऊं. सीता कई सुधि प्रभु सुनाऊं. तब तब वदन पैथयूं आई. सत्य कहूं मोहि जान दे माई. कवने जतन दे नहीं जाना. ग्रससि न मोहि कहे हनुमाना. जो जन भरी तेहि वदन पसारा. कपि तनु कीन दुगन विस्तारा. 16 योजन मुख देहि धयहु. तुरत पवन सुत 32 भयहु. जस जस सुरसा बदनु बरावा. आसुदून कपि रूप दिखावा. 7 योजन तेहि आनन कीन्हा. अति लघु रूप पवन सुत लीना. बदन पयथि पुनि बाहिर आवा. मांगा बिना कहि सिरु नावा. मोहि सुरन जेहि लागी पठावा. बुद्धि बल मरमु तोर में पावा. राम काजु सब करियहु. तुम बल बुद्धि निधान. आशीष देवु गई सो चले. हर्षि चले हनुमान. सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. उमापति महादेव की. जात पवन सुत देवन देका. जाने कहु बल बुद्धि विशेषा. सुरसा नाम अहन के माता. पथन आय कहे तेहि बाता. When Hanumanji now pass his first test, you're not gonna, how can you rest if you have not started your work as yet? He now goes, and as he's going across the ocean, the Devatas saw him going, and they wanted to make sure that he is the right person for the job. He's going to do Bhagwan's work. So if you're going to do Bhagwan's work, you have to be ready, you have to be fit. You cannot be weak. Not a little bit of emotions can come in your life and then you're going to turn back and cry and go home and say, what is life and all these kind of things. You have to be strong. Bhagwan's work is not for the weak. Bhagwan's work is not for the weak. I think many people think that because you're holy, because you're spiritual, because you're kind and compassionate, you have to be weak. They can tell you anything, they can do you anything, they can walk upon you and you do nothing. No, no, no. Bhagwan's work is for those who, when they stumbled upon something, they will rise again, dust off their self and go. And then they will stumble again and they'll dust off their self and they'll go. Because dharma is the hardest to preserve. Keeping a white shirt white is the most difficult thing to do. Keeping a white shirt white is the most difficult thing to do. Living a clean, simple life, a dharmic life is the most difficult thing to do. Serving Bhagwan is the most difficult thing to do because if you slip, then that's it. The Devata saw him and the Devata says, we're going to send now a little bit of, trouble in his life. Surasa nama hinke mata pathai hin ahi kahite hi bata. They send the great snake Surasa. Everybody knows Surasa, the great snake. Surasa. Imagine a snake. Her name starts with Sur and ends with Sa. So there again, you read this, you will think that it's just a snake. Surasa. In the Saraswati Ashtoshatanama Vali, the 108 names of Ma Saraswati, Om Saraswatye Namaha, Buddhidhyayanye Namaha, Om Surasaye Namaha. We call Mother Saraswati Om Surasaye Namaha. She is Surasa. So if you're going to test, who can you put to test? The mighty, the powerful Hanumanji, who's Gyan Gunasagar, who's an ocean of intelligence. You can't put an ordinary being to test him. You have to send a powerhouse, a storehouse of knowledge to put him to a test. And so the great snake came and stood up in front of Hanumanji and says, I want to eat you. What did she say? Aaj suran mohideen hahara. Aaj devtao ne mujhe bhojan diya hai bhai. The devatas have provided me bhojan today. Hanumanji said, मैं से किसी का भोजन नहीं हुआ है. यह वचन सुनकर पवन कुमार हनुमान जी ने कहा, हनुमान जी said, श्री राम जी का कार्य करके मैं लौट आऊं और सीता जी का खबर प्रभु को सुना दूं. Hanuman ji says, listen, I understand you're very hungry, but I've come here to do Ramji's work. And I have to tell the whereabouts of Mother Sita. He's so innocent. He's not going to make up any excuse. तब मैं आकर तुम्हारे मुंह में चला जाऊंगा. After I finish doing that, I will come and I will enter your mouth. And then when she would not listen, Hanuman ji says, tab badan paithyo ai satya kahau mohi jaan de mai. Look at the respect this Banar had for our snakes. All of us should learn from Hanumanji in the Hindu way of life. When we look at every woman, we look at them, if they are a certain age, we look at them as our Mai, as our mother. If not, we look at them as our sister. If not, we look at them as our daughter. That is the way of the Hindu life of a man. You look at a woman, either your mother, your sister, or your daughter. Hanumanji, realizing that this was a female snake, what did he say? Satya kaho mo jaan de mai. He bows to her in the form of mother and says, I'm telling you the truth, my mother, please let me go. And when she would not let him go, he says, you got to enter my mouth. Hanumanji, of course, all of you know, made the plan that Kabanehu jatan dehi nahi jana glasai namohi kau Hanumana. He says, if you're not going to let me go, then just eat me. And you know the deal? If I enter your mouth and I exit your mouth, then I'm allowed to go. What happened then? Jojan bharite hi badan pasara kapitanukin dugana vistara. She expanded her mouth to a distance of 8 miles. You know what 8 miles is? A lot of kilometers. She can be a regular snake. She expanded her mouth to a distance of 8 miles. Hanumanji grew double the size. He grew 16 miles. She stretched her mouth to a length of 128 miles. 128 miles. That's way past here, past Niagara Falls. Imagine her jaws are expanded way past here to Niagara Falls. Oh, you got to drive like 2 hours. Hanumanji, in a flick of a second, he became bigger than that, twice the size of that. And Hanumanji grew, converted 256 miles. Tutidaji, right exactly what happened here? Just Surasa badanu barava ta sudut kapirupa dikhava. Even as Surasa expanded her jaws, Hanumanji expanded twice as wide. And when she further expanded to 800 miles wide, that's probably from here to New York. Imagine 800 miles wide. What happened? Hanumanji assumed a very tiny form. In a minuscule of a second, he attained a very tiny form, and he entered the jaws of Surasa, and he came out. Now, why was Hanumanji able to do this? In the Hanumanji Chalisa, we say, Ashta Siddhi Navanidhike Data. Ashta Siddhi. Ashta Siddhi, Anima Siddhi, Garima Siddhi, Prapti, and so on. You are able to become as big as you want to become. That is a Siddhi. Anima Siddhi, Garima Siddhi became small as you want. Laghima, you can become as heavy as you want, and you can become as light as you want. This is part of the Ashta Siddhi of Hanumanji Maharaj. He was blessed with this. When you have devotion for Bhagwanji like he has, then we are given these Siddhis. So from a big form, her mouth could not close back very quickly. And when he entered her mouth and exited, he bowed his head. Mohi suran jehilagi pathava. You see the reverence? He did not show pride and say, see, I win you and I'm greater than you. He mohi suran jehilagi pathava buddhi bala maramu tor me pava. He bowed his head to the mother Surasa. And Mother Surasa now, Ram kaj sabu karehi tum bala buddhi nidhan. The great snake, who is Saraswati herself, by the way, Surasa, Sur, the sweetness, and Saya Saraswati. She blessed Hanumanji. Saraswati Mata is revered in, I don't know how all this fits together, but she's revered so much in this very ashram that I speak to you about. And she's called Shardamba in Sringeri ashram. She's very, the world goes there for blessings of Shardamba Devi. And that Sharda Saraswati Murti, that Murti of Saraswati Mata in Sringeri, the sthapana of that Murti was done by Shankaracharya himself over 1200 years ago. Our Hindu Sanatan Dharma is not made the other day, and it has very, very deep roots. Ma Saraswati blessed him. Surasa blessed him and says, you will accomplish the work of Sri Ram. You see what happens when you have a little a little stumbling block in life? When you overcome it, even those stumbling blocks will bless you. You will accomplish your work. तुम श्री राम जी का सब कार्य करोगे क्योंकि तुम बल बुद्धि को भंडार हो. You are the storehouse of intelligence. यहाँ आशीर्वाद देकर वहाँ चली गई. तब हनुमान जी हर्षित होकर चले. He was very happy, and he now goes. There was also a demoness who dwelt in the ocean. Her name, of course, is mentioned here, Simhika. She could catch you. She could look at you, at your shadow going across the ocean, and could grab you. Hanumanji destroyed her very quickly because he doesn't want to waste any time. And what happens now? He goes now and he is approaching Lanka. He was approaching Lanka where the charming city is described here. Kanaka Kot Vichitra Mani Krita Sundaraya Tanaghana Chau Hat Hat Subhat Beethi Charu Pur Bahu Vidhi Bana Gajbaji Khachar Nikat Padachar Rat Varuthan Ko Gane Bahurup Nischar Jut Ati Balasena Baranat Nahi Bane. He approached Lanka and the city was very charming. Tulsidas ji describes Lanka, such a beautiful place, where the groves and orchards and the gardens and the parks and the lakes and the wells and step wells look so charming. Daughters of the human being and the Nagas and the gods and the Gandharvas with their beauty enrapture the mind of even the hermits. He was there now and he was admiring the beauty of Lanka. Lekin, when he appeared there, Masaka Samana Rupati Vari, remember? Masaka Saman, he became as tiny as a fly. There is a dispute whether he became a fly or whether he became as tiny as a fly. So you can go and debate that a lot, that's no problem. Tulsidas ji tells us though, Masaka Saman. And so when he took this little form, Pur Rakhware Deki Bahu Kapi Manakin Hi Vichar Atila Guru Padharo Nisi Nagar Karo Paisa. This is page 16 of the Sundar Kaand, if you're trying to follow me. Everybody has his book. Masak saman roop kapi dhari Lanka hi chale usumiri narhari naam Lankini ek nischari so kah chale si mohi nindari jane hi nahi maramu sat mora mor ahar jaha lagi chora मुट्ठी का एक महाकपि हणि रुधिर पमट भरणी दनमणि पुनि संभारी उठी सोलंका झोरी पानी कर विनय ससंका जब रावण ही प्रम पर दीना चलत विरंचि कहा मोहि चीना विकल हो सीते कपि के मारे तब जाने सुनि सिचर संघारे तात मोर अति पुण्य बहुता देखे नयन राम कर दूता तात स्वर्ग अपवर सुख धरिय तुलाइक अंग तूल नताई सकल मिली जो सुख लव सत्संग सिया भज राम चंद्र की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। मसक समान रूप कपिधरी लंक ही चले सुमिरी नरहरि। He became a spy. In the work of God, we have to take so many forms. Because Hanumanji, he saw that Lanka was well guarded, he became Masaka Saman, as small and the form as small as a fly. Naam Lankini ek nisari ko kaha chale si mohi nindari. There was a guard by the name of Lankini. You see all these Rakshas, they were all females. They were the strongest. She was guarding, Lankini was guarding Lanka. And then a fly even could not pass through without her knowing. A fly cannot pass through without her knowing. And she saw this little thing flying around and she approached and she fought Hanumanji. Lekin Hanumanji bhai, Ramayana mein likhe, muthika ek mahakapihani Rudhira Bamat Dharani Dhanamani. Hanumanji, the great monkey, has said, dealt with her with such a blow, she toppled down. Hanumanji punched her, or as we say in Gayani, cough her. One cough, there we go. The Lankini flew miles. She was vomiting blood. Then when Lankini recovered from her blow, she remembered when Brahma granted Ravana a boon he had asked. You know, she was a devotee as well, and she was told that one day, you know, you're powerful, but one day when a monkey gives you a blow like this and you start to vomit blood, know that this will be the beginning of Ravana's destruction. Know this will be the beginning of Ravana's destruction. And you know what she did? The demon, she blessed Hanumanji. Prabhavis nagar ki je sab kaja, hriday raki kosal puraraja. You should not be afraid to confront your enemies. This is the meaning of this verse. You should not be afraid to confront your enemies, because when you run away from your enemies, you will run right back into them. Now, I'm not talking about enemies as in the people who don't like you, because when we say enemies, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Oh, who don't like us and who we don't like. No. They are harmless. They are harmless comparing to the enemies within. Kama, krodha, madamo, madhalobh, moha, mats. Lust, anger, greed, false pride, jealousy, hatred. These enemies, you have to confront them. If you find a simple sign or the smallest tinge, trace of hatred in you, or lust in you, or greed in you, you have to confront it and say, I'm going to win over you. You have to accept, first of all of us have to accept, first of all, that we're a little greedy or we're lustful. You know what caused Ravan his death? His lustfulness over Mother Sita. He could defeat any external enemy. Ravan could have defeated Bhagwan Ram if Ram Bhagwan did not have the blessings of all that because he's, Nara Avatar. If Ramji Bhagwan did not do Aditya Hridaya Stotram Sarva Satru Vinashanam, if Ramji Bhagwan did not stop the battle and take the blessings of Bhagwan Surya with the Aditya Hridaya Stotram, he would have been weak. If Bhagwan Ramji did not do Navratri Vratam and Durga Ma blessed him on the 8th day, if Ramji Bhagwan did not bathe in the Ganga with Mother Sita, if Ramji Bhagwan did not go and meet Bhardwaj Muni, Valmiki Muni, and did all these tapasyas, Tulsidas Ji recorded, probably would have been defeated. Because Ravan was undefeated. He could have defeated anybody, his external enemies. But internally, he had a lot of these enemies that he was fighting, but he could not defeat them. You can conquer anything externally, but when you cannot conquer the self, when we cannot conquer the self, we will fall by our own self. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Uddaret Atman Atmanam. Bhagavad Gita tells us, uplift yourself by your own self, for you are your best friends, and you are your best friend, and you are your worst enemy. Uddaret Atman Atman. Uplift yourself by yourself, you're your best friend and your worst enemy. Here, Hanumanji is going to be blessed by his enemy, Lankini. When you confront them, then they will end up blessing you. Lust will bless you. You know how lust will bless you? Lust will disappear when you confront it. When you confront your greed, you know how greed will bless you? Greed will disappear. Confront your hatred. If you hate somebody or something, confront it. How will you become victorious? It will disappear. How do you confront hate? Have more love than hate. So Lankini says, enter the city. I give you the key. Go in. With the Lord of Ayodhya enshrined in your heart. Ayodhya Puru ke Raja Shri Raghunath Ji ke hriday mein rakhte hue. नगर में प्रवेश करके सब काम कीजिए, उसके लिए विजय अमृत हो जाता है, शत्रु मित्रा करने लगते हैं, समुद्र गाय के खुर के बराबर हो जाता है, अग्नि में शीतला आ जाती है. Poison is turned into nectar, foes into friends, and the ocean ebbs to the size of a cow's hoof. Fire becomes cool, and Mount Meru, Garuda, appears like a grain of sand to him who Sri Ram cast his benign look upon. Whoever the Lord looks at, everything reduces to less in life, and you will grow bigger. And this is the power and the blessings of Bhagwan Ji. A few minutes more of Sundar Kaand. Enter the city. Hanuman Ji now enters the city. Page 20. He enters the city, and what does he see? He looked into every mansion. He saw conquests of warriors here and there. He made his way into Ravan's palace, which was marvelous beyond description. He saw the demons sleeping, but he did not find Sita there. He spotted another building, but this building was unique. It was a mandir. Have you ever gone to a strange place and seen a mandir where you don't expect to see a mandir? A foreign country perhaps, and you see a mandir, you feel good about it. You feel really good about it. Where you go and you don't expect to see a temple, but you see it. Rama Yudha Ankit Graha Sobha Varni न जाए, तब तुलसी का वृंद तहा देखी हर्ष कपिराए. लंका निश्चर निकर निवासा, इह कह सज्जन करवासा. मनु महु तरत करे कपिलागा, तेहि समय विभीषण जागा. राम राम तेहि सुमिरन कीना, हृदय हर्षि कपि सज्जन दीन. एहि सन हति करि हऊ पहिचानी, साधु ते होई न कारज हानि. विप्र रूप धरि वचन सुहाई, सुनत विभीषण उति पहाई. करि प्रणाम पूछी कुशलाई, विप्र निज कथा बुझाई. कि तुम हरिदासन मह कोई, मोरे हृदय प्रीति अति होई. को तुम राम दीन अनुरागी, आयहु मोहि करण वर भागी. तब हनुमंत कही सब, राम कथा निज नाम. सुनत जुगल तन पुलक मन, मगन सुमिर गुण ग्राम. सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. उमापति महादेव की जय. रामायुध अंकित गृह शोभा बरनी न जाए. Hanuman ji saw this very strange place where demons are living. Ravan is living. He saw, कहा वहा महल श्री राम जी को आयुध धनुष बाण, आयुध के चिन्हों से अंकित था. उसकी शोभा वर्णन नहीं की जा सकती. He saw a beautiful temple. He saw the weapons of Ramji Bhagwan drawn on the temples. The arrow of the Lord was drawn, carved on the walls, and was beautiful beyond words. He was so happy to see this. He saw the young tulsi plants there. Tulasi hema rupam charatna rupam chamanjarim, bhavamoksha pradam tubhyam arpayame hari priyam. Tulsi is the tulsi hema rupam cha. Hema roop is the Lakshmi roop hai bhai. Wherever there is tulsi and it is revered, there will always be Lakshmi. Aur jahan tulsi hai, wherever there is tulsi, there will always be Narayan Bhagwan as well. Right? Very auspicious to have these things in our life. A Hindu's home is identified with these things. When you walk into a Hindu home, you must feel like a Hindu. You see a Om sign, you see a Bhagwan Ji sitting somewhere, you see a lingam somewhere, you see a tulsi plant somewhere, You see some grass growing somewhere. This is the Hindu home. We keep our home as we live our lives, as they say. He was very, very happy to see the weapons drawn on the walls. When we go to the to the temples, we see these things, the signs and so on. These are marks of the Hindu place. Lanka nisichara nikara nivasa. He says Lanka is an abode of demons. In a abode of demons, how can a pious man take up residence here? It's like the lotus flower living in a pond. And those of you who are from Guyana, or a place where lotus is grown, you know what I'm talking about. The lotus flower in Guyana, in my opinion, the most beautiful. They are so big and they're beautiful. When I go, that's one of the first thing I stop and do. I go and admire the lotus. I'll tell them how beautiful they are. Seriously. And then I pick one and take it home. They're so big and nice, beautiful. But they can only grow in dirty water. If you take the lotus flower and you plant it in clean space, it will not grow. Where the ringworm is and the dirty water is. That's a very beautiful lesson of life. The lotus flower, or kamal flower, the proper name, this is the flower of the devatas. You can put a kamal flower on Hanumanji and Shivji and Lakshmiji, any ji you can put it on, because it is Deva Pushpa, the flower of the devatas. Why is the flower of the devatas? Because although living in an impure space, it maintains its purity. It maintains its purity. No matter where you live, no matter where you live and where you dwell. I've always shared my personal life so much with all of you. I'm a working man. I go to work. I sit among people who speak, who say, and who eat things that I will never do. But that doesn't mean that you're going to do it. You have to attend a gathering where certain things are going to be, you do not participate in it. You remain, you take your sankalp with you, you take your Bhagwan with you, and you get on in life. Right? He says, how can a person live here that is chanting Ram's name? So what did he do? Hanumanji is the master of this guise. Vipra kahe nij katha bujai. He took the form of a Brahman, a Vipra, and he approached the demon. This demon, he was Vibhishana, the brother of Ramji. The brother of Ravan, my apologies. He was the brother of Ravan, Daitya. But he was different. Vibhishana was different. Vibhishana, Ravan, and Kumbhakarna, when they were born, they asked for boons. Right? When they did sadhana and tapasya, Ravan, of course, wanted not to be conquered by any gods. He said, it is okay for a human being to kill me because I am very powerful. Vibhishana, Mother Saraswati slipped his tongue and he says, I want to eat for 6 months. Sorry, Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna says, I want to eat for 6 months and sleep for 6 months. But Vibhishana was granted the boon to always be devoted to Ramji. Always be devoted to Ramji. Right? You may ask that why is it that when Bhagwan stands in front of you, Dhruv Maharaj in the Bhagavatam, when Bhagwan appeared before him, Bhagwan says, what do you want? Prahalad Maharaj, when Bhagwan Narasimha appeared in front of him, Bhagwan says, what do you want? Prahalad Maharaj says, Prabhu, when I have you, what else will I want? जब आप मेरे पास है, आप मेरे साथ है. When you are with me and I have you, what else could I want in this world? Hanumanji, in his Brahman Deva Roop, he approached Vibhishana. Ki tum hari dasan mah koi more hriday priti ati hoi. Are you one of Sri Hari's devotees? My heart is overflowing with love at your sight. Vibhishana is saying, or are you Sri Ram himself, a loving friend of the poor who has come to bless me? When you see somebody When you see somebody and you approach somebody, if you're energy sensitive, you will either feel good or you will not feel so good. No? My heart is overflowing with love at your sight. Mere hriday priti ati hoi. When you see somebody and your heart is overflowing with love, know they bring their devotion, their aura with you, with them. But then if you have the opposite feeling, it's a whole different thing. Tab Hanuman te kahi sab Ram Katha nij naam sunat jugalat na pulak man magan sumari gunagram. Hanumanji told him all about Sri Ram and disclosed his identity as well. That moment Vibhishana heard this, a thrill ran through his body. Tulsidas ji mentioned, Sunata ho dono, sunte hi dono ke sharir pulkit ho gaye hai aur Shri Ram ji ke gun samuh ko smaran karke dono ke man prem anand mein magna ho gaye. And Vibhishana felt extremely happy. He says, you know what? You know how I'm living here? You want to know how I'm living here among all these demons? He says, my plight is like that of the tongue. Vibhishana is describing himself as a tongue, because the tongue is living between the upper teeth and the lower teeth. Vibhishana ji ne kaha ki he Pavanaputra, meri rehni suno. Listen to my plight. मैं यहाँ वैसे ही रहता हूँ जैसे दांतों को बीच में बेचारी जीभ. हे तात, मुझे अनाथ जानकर सूर्यकुल के ना श्री राम जी क्या कभी मुझ पर कृपा करें? He said, I am just like the poor tongue living between the teeth. I don't know when the teeth will decide to bite me, but I'm living at the mercy of the teeth. And he says, Hanumanji, you think if I come to Ramji, he will accept me? He will accept me. Will he accept me? I am a sinful demon. Will he embrace me? It is only because of, it is said that Tulsidas ji says, Jo Raghuvir anugrah kinha to tum mohi daras hatitinha. Of course, Hanumanji explained to him that Ramji will embrace anyone who will come to him, as long as they have left the path of evil. The Lord will embrace anyone who comes to them. Then what happened? फिर विभीषण जी ने श्री जानकी जी जिस प्रकार वहा, he explained exactly where Janki Mata was. He explained exactly where Janki Mata was. And now how do we end this evening? He goes now and he's going to look for Mother Sita. He knows where Mother Sita was, and now he's going to look for her. What happens now? Dekhi manahi mahukinha pranama. Dekhi manahi mahukinha pranama. Baite hi beeti jati jis jamara. Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. It's on page 28. कृष्ण शीस जटायक बेनी जपत हृदय रघुपति गुण श्रेणी राम.
सिया राम जय जय राम. राम सिया राम जय जय राम.
ओ निज पद नयन दिए मन राम पद कमल लीन. परम दुखी भापवन सुत देखहि जानकी दीन. सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. उमापति महादेव की जय. Hanumanji goes, sits on top of a tree, you know this part, and he sees Mother Sita. When he sees Mother Sita, he mentally bows to her सीता जी को देखकर हनुमान जी ने उन्हें मन की मन प्रणाम किया. He mentally bowed to her. She had begun, of course, spending a lot of, hours here in sorrows. Her body was emaciated. She wore a single braid of her hair, and Ram was the name that was coming out of her mouth. Her eyes were fixed on her own feet, Tulsidas ji says, but her mind was on Ramji's feet. Her eyes were on her own feet, but her mind were on Ramji's feet. Hanumanji felt so miserable to see Mother Sita like this. Hanumanji concealed himself, of course. He hid himself. He is a servant of Ramji. He cannot be seen like this. And as he hid himself, Ravan arrived there, accompanied by a troop of women. Ravan spoke to Sita Mata. He tried to prevail upon her in many ways. Ravan says, listen, I will make Mandodari, my wife, your servant, and all the other queens, I will make them your servant, Sita, if you agree to marry me. This thing that we call lust, He has a queen called Mandodari. You know, Mandodari, Valmiki ji in his Ramayana described Mandodari as a blessing of Ma Aishwarya Lakshmi. Valmiki ji says Mandodari is a blessing of Ma Aishwarya Lakshmi. She was very beautiful. Very beautiful. But Ravana is not happy with her because he has conquered all the enemies outside, but this enemy of lust he has not conquered. And that is the enemy that's going to destroy him, not the external ones. I'll make all the queens your handmaidens, I swear. Just look at me once. Just look at me once. And Mother Sita, Suno dasamukha khadyos prakasa kabahuka nalini karau vikasa. Can a flower ever blossom in the glow of a firefly? Mother Sita says. Ponder this at heart. Perhaps you have no idea of the greatness of my Ram. She praises her husband in front of the demon. It's a very beautiful lesson for everybody here. Satasune hari ane hi mohi adham nilaj laj nahi tohi. O sinful, you carried me off at a time when there was none by my side. Don't you feel ashamed? You rogue. Mother Sita was maybe weak, but her tongue was very strong. And she continued to give him insults and stand her ground, but she's never going to give up herself to such a vile man. That is how we conclude tonight at page 31 of Sundar Kaand. I think our message tonight is the message that I've been talking about. We are trying every day, my friends, to conquer all our external enemies, or what we call external enemies. To be better than somebody, to be bigger than somebody, well, we have to be better than the self and bigger than the self. And while we may win many external battles, as Ravan has, if we have not won the internal battle, that internal enemy is going to take us straight to our destruction. There is very little attention given to our internal enemies. Living a simple life, conquering your internal enemies, this is the recipe for peace and a peaceful life. When we can conquer those enemies, live a simple life, a life of God, a life of devotion, a life with Bhagwan by our side, then we will attain all forms of heaven on this earth. Prem se bolo pawan sutta Hanuman ki, Siya bhaj Ramachandra ki, Vrindavan Krishna Chandra ki, Jai. Now I want to say thank you to our sponsors this evening. Jai Shri Hanuman to all devotees. May the words of Sundar Kaand remove all afflictions, worries and mental agony, and may you receive the blessings of prosperity, good fortune, health and wealth. Lord Hanumanji's blessings to all from Auntie Lalita and Uncle Bhims, who are here with us this evening. Bhagwan Hanumanji's blessings to both of you as well. And they are sending best wishes and Hanumanji's blessings to all. And again, happy birthday to Stephen from your mom Dharamde and sisters Natasha, Padmini and Surjde. Hanuman's blessings to you. Happy birthday, Stephen, and all the best as well. Today in person, our in-person Shrota today is Pandit Suraj and his wife Cindy Prashad and baby Jaya, their daughter. Today they are celebrated the Anprashna Sanskar of their daughter, and that is to let Annapurna Devi, Ma Parvati, be in the presence of food, and today she ate rice or cooked food for the first time. May Annapurna Devi bless her limbs and all parts of her body so that food becomes medicine for her. Lots of blessings to baby Jaya on this very beautiful day, the first day of Sundar Kaand. I'd like to encourage all of you as we prepare for Aarti. I'd like to encourage all of you to sponsor your Hanumanji Chalisa. The link is up. The posters are out. Emails have been sent. We've started to receive them on Hanuman Jayanti, which is Tuesday, next week Tuesday, April 23rd. We'll be in this temple all day from the morning performing puja and then after puja and Abhishekam has been done to Hanumanji, at 9:30 sharp, we start the singing of the Hanumanji Chalisa. Hanumanji Chalisa for 108 times. So please get your sponsorships in, register, put your names. That day, as you know, this is not the first time we're doing this. It's 15 years now we're doing this, or 16. We sing the Hanumanji Chalisa very fast that day. Of course, we'd all like to say, Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar, but we'll be here 24 hours. And even Hanumanji has to, get a little nap. So we sing very fast. And people who are here, they go in front of Hanumanji for the 2 or the 3 minutes the Hanumanji Chalisa lasts, and they take the blessings of the Lord. And then they go back to sit and others come. You can do so virtually, you can do so in person, but get your Hanumanji Chalisa sponsored in, and let us all participate in a very energizing a day of devotion to Hanumanji Bhagwan. We're hoping to see you here during the day and in the evening for satsang as well. That is next Tuesday. Bole Pawan Sut Hanuman ki, Siya Bhaj Ramchandra ki. Acha, everybody please stand for Aarti. Yani kani chapapani janmantar kritani cha tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshana pade pade.
आरती कीजे हनुमान
लला की दुष्ट
आरती
करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। त्वमेव माता स पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धो स सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणां त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्धसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणी सर्वसार्थि हरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। बोलिए भवानी शंकर भगवान की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, श्यावर रामचंद्र भगवान की, सूर्यादि समस्त नवग्रह देवताओं की, पवन सुत हनुमान जी महाराज की, विघ्न विनायक गणेश जी महाराज की, लक्ष्मी मैया की, शरणेश्वरी माता दुर्गा की, सरस्वती मैया की, सत्यनारायण भगवान की, सूर्य नारायण भगवान की, नवदुर्गा भवानी की, गंगा मैया की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, गौ माता की, भारत माता की, सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की, संध्या सैनम आरती की। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री सीताराम। नमः पार्वती पतये, हर 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 महादेव शंभो। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।